Loki sits on the throne of Asgard, the golden crown resting on his brow, the Gungnir spear firm in his hand. He is no longer the second son, the overlooked prince. He is king, and his first act as ruler. To cast his own brother, Thor, into the deepest, darkest dungeons of Asgard, stripping him of Mjolnir, of his power, of his hope. The god of thunder, once the proud protector of the Nine Realms, is now a prisoner, his calls for justice echoing unanswered in the cold stone corridors. The Bifrost, once a bridge to the cosmos, is now a gate controlled by a tyrant. Loki's reign begins not with a celebration, but with a chilling silence that blankets the Golden City. Asgard is his, and the universe is about to learn what that truly means. Meanwhile, light years away, oblivious to the coup in Asgard, the Guardians of the Galaxy are doing what they do best, getting into trouble and barely getting out of it. We find them on Xandar, haggling with a Nova Corps broker over the price of some obscure alien artifact. Rocket is, of course, complaining about their cut. Drax is taking everything literally. Gamora is looking utterly unimpressed, and Peter Quill, Star-Lord, is trying to smooth-talk his way to a few extra units. And Groot is just being Groot, happily sprouting a small flower from his fingertip. It's just another Tuesday for them. But their chaotic routine is shattered by a garbled distress call, a faint whisper across the starlands. It's from a Nova Corps patrol ship near the edge of Asgardian space. The message is fragmented, talking about a lockdown, a new king, and the imprisonment of Thor. Quill's face, usually a mask of laid-back charm, hardens. Thor, the big pirate angel guy, the one who helped them fight Thanos. He might not be their best friend, but he's an Avenger, a powerful ally. Leaving him to rot in a dungeon under his psycho brother's rule doesn't sit right. Gamora agrees. She knows firsthand what a power-hungry sibling can do. Rocket, ever the pragmatist, sees a potential payday, or at least a chance to get his hands on some high-tech Asgardian weaponry. Drax is simply eager for a glorious battle against a treacherous king. And Groot, well, he says, "I am Groot," which everyone understands as, "Let's go save the Lightning Man." The decision is unanimous. The Guardians of the Galaxy set a course for Asgard. It's a rescue mission, and they've never been great at those. But when has that ever stopped them? So, they turn to the one person who knows all the back alleys of the cosmos, the Collector. After a tense negotiation involving a rare Zune with even more 80s hits and the promise of a future unspecified favor, he reveals a secret, unstable wormhole network, a smuggler's route that leads right to the underbelly of Asgard. It's risky, a 1 in a million shot, but that's the kind of odds the Guardians are used to. They pilot the Benatar through swirling cosmic energies, dodging celestial debris, and emerge into the shadows of the Golden City, a place far more menacing under Loki's rule than they ever imagined. The city is patrolled by Einherjar guards, their faces grim, their loyalty sworn to the new king. This isn't going to be a simple smash and grab. Their plan is a classic Guardian special, a mess of infiltration, distraction, and brute force. Rocket, with his tech genius, hacks into the dungeon's security schematics. Gamora and Drax are the muscle, tasked with creating a diversion in the main courtyard to draw the guards away. Quill is on infiltration, using his charm and wit to navigate the palace corridors. And Groot is the secret weapon. Their target, the lower levels where Thor is being held. The initial phase goes surprisingly well. Drax, standing invisibly still for a full minute, suddenly lets out a battle cry and charges a squad of guards, starting a massive brawl. Gamora joins him, a whirlwind of deadly precision. The distraction works perfectly. The palace is in chaos. Quill, meanwhile, slips through the halls, using a stolen guard's keycard. He reaches the dungeon entrance, where Rocket is already working his magic on the energy locks. The doors hiss open, revealing a dark, damp cell. And there he is. Thor, beaten, but not broken. His eyes, usually crackling with lightning, are dim but flicker with surprise and then a sliver of hope when he sees Quill. But before they can even exchange words, a cold, mocking voice echoes down the hall. Well, well, look what the Star Sailor dragged in. The galaxy's most wanted garbage collectors, here to save the fallen prince. How touching. Loki appears at the end of the corridor, not in his royal armor, but in his simple leathers, a cruel smile playing on his lips. He holds the casket of ancient winters, its icy mist swirling around him. The trap was sprung. The fight is immediate and brutal. Loki is not the same trickster they faced before. He's a king, empowered by Asgard's magic and wielding artifacts of immense power. He unleashes a blast of pure frost from the casket, freezing the corridor. Rocket's weapons barely scratch his magical shields. Drax and Gamora, rushing to help, are met by a squadron of magically enhanced guards. It's a chaotic, desperate battle. Thor, powerless, can only watch from his cell, roaring in frustration. Quill tries to outsmart Loki, but the god of mischief is always 2 steps ahead, creating illusions, turning their own attacks against them. He's toying with them. Then, he sets his sights on the biggest member of the team. Groot, who had been shielding the others from magical blasts, charges at Loki, his arms extending into powerful wooden spears. For a moment, it seems like he might break through. He roars his iconic phrase, a cry of defiance. But Loki just smirks. He raises Gungnir, the spear of Odin, its tip glowing with cosmic energy. He doesn't even flinch. He simply thrusts it forward. The beam of energy hits Groot square in the chest. There's no explosion, just a terrible, silent disintegration. Groot crumbles, not into splinters that could be regrown, but into fine, gray dust that scatters on the cold stone floor. A single, tiny twig is all that remains. Rocket lets out a scream of pure agony. The fight stops. The Guardians are frozen in horror and grief. It's over. They've failed. Loki stands over the dust of their fallen friend, his smile gone, replaced by a look of cold, absolute power. This is what happens to those who defy a king, he says, his voice a venomous whisper. The surviving Guardians are captured, thrown into the same cells as Thor. The defeat is absolute. The loss of Groot, a wound that cuts deeper than any physical injury. Rocket is inconsolable, clutching the single twig, the last piece of his best friend. In the darkness of the Asgardian dungeon, hope dies. But for Loki, this is just the beginning. Defeating the Guardians wasn't just about securing his throne. It was a test, a demonstration. He has tasted absolute victory, and he finds he has an appetite for more. He looks out from his balcony, not at the 9 realms, but further. He looks towards a small, blue-green planet, Midgard, Earth. The one realm his brother held so dear. The one place that constantly defied him. Loki gathers the full might of Asgard. The Einherjar, the remaining frost giant forces from his alliance, ancient beasts from Asgard's vaults, and his own formidable magic. He stands before the Bifrost, no longer a bridge of protection, but a weapon of conquest. For too long, he proclaims to his assembled army, "We have hidden our strength. We have called ourselves protectors when we should have been rulers." Midgard, the pet project of my sentimental brother, festers with chaos. They call their strongest heroes Avengers. I will show them what true power looks like. I will give them something to avenge. With a final triumphant shout, he plunges Gungnir into the Bifrost's control panel. The Rainbow Bridge erupts, not as a gentle beam of light, but as a spear of destructive energy aimed directly at Earth. The invasion has begun. Loki, king of Asgard, is coming to finish what he started in New York. But this time, he has an army, the power of a realm, and no brother to stand in his way. Earth's mightiest heroes are about to face their darkest hour against a foe who has already won.